Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Etrian Odyssey Untold. Last time we continued our explorations of the 6th stratum, and we discovered we had gotten level capped. Now, I did a little bit of research into how to raise the level cap. There are quests to do it. We have obviously not unlocked those quests yet, so right now our level cap cannot be lifted. One thing we could do is go to the Explorers Guild and class change back into the same classes we already were, thus resetting our levels back to 30. And the reason that you might do such a seemingly strange thing is it gives you stat and skill point bonuses, so that once you level yourself back up to where you had been, you're stronger than you were originally. I went ahead and gave this a bit of a try off screen, but you do not gain your levels back very fast. So I was looking at spending, I don't know, 20 hours level grinding my way back from 30 back up to, 60 or so, and that... No, I'm sorry, I hate grinding, and there's no way that I'm going to spend tens of hours doing it. There is another thing that we can do, but before then, we have some stuff we can sell to Shaleka.
What you got for me?
Alright, so we now have a quest rod, winged spear, an apocalypse armor, and an ancient shield.
Is that all you came for?
As it turns out, this is some pretty damn nice equipment, so...
Here you go.
Gonna equip that winged spear right away. Get a quest rod for Arthur.
Here you go.
Excellent. And that is not all. Because if we check out this Apocalypse armor, it is freaking sweet. Look at how good that is. That's insane. So we're definitely getting that for Dirge right away.
Here you go.
Superb. And then, as if all that wasn't good enough, look how good this Ancient Shield is. It's so good. It's insane.
Here you go.
Alright, so we grab an Ancient Shield. We no longer need the gold wand, or this king's spear, or the dino plate. And can we afford one more of those shields, having sold all that? Oh, come on, that's so close. There's got to be something else I can sell. I don't think I care that much about this 4-leaf clover. Let's just sell that. I'd rather have the shield. There we go. Grab one of those for Dirge. Now we've got defense.
Here you go.
Now we have defense. I'm going to keep those Halo Aspices because they provide death resistance, which is obviously pretty darn good.
Thanks for the business.
Okay, so that's a good start. That doesn't resolve our XP problems, though. It's just nice equipment.
Welcome to the Rooster Inn.
So here's what I'm going to do.
Sign in over here, please. Come
Gonna
back
make
here
a
whenever
save
you're
just in case I screw this up so I can reload. Now, I'm not interested in resetting my level back to 30 because the level grinding it would take to get back to 70 is just too ridiculous. Or even to get back to like 60. I'm just not up to that.
It's you.
What we can do, though, is we do have some characters
Will it be?
who we've been a little sloppy with our allocation of their skill points. So we can just rest, lose 2 levels, which isn't a big deal because we're level capped anyway. And that means we can reallocate skill points. Okay, and this is why I made a save, just in case I screw this up. So, if you think that watching me reallocate my skill points sounds really, really boring, well, you know what? I was going to say skip ahead in the video, but I agree, that sounds really boring. So I'm going to go ahead and make this another video that I post-process, do some editing on, and I'll just kind of rejoin you after I've rested everybody, reallocated their skill points, and show you how they're different now. Okay, so Dirge's skill allocation is a lot cleaner now. So once again, I maxed out all of the stat increases. So the Spear Mastery, the Attack Up, the Defense Up, the Hit Point Up, those are all maxed out. And then This time I maxed out delayed charge as well as cross charge. So that combo is now as powerful as it can possibly get. Hopefully it will be insanely devastating now. I certainly hope that to be the case. And then I decided that I'm going to start putting points into Bloodlust, the counter-attacking ability. So I just got Turning Tide and Bloody Offense to where they needed to be to start putting points into Bloodlust, and I'm going to try to max that out. So that is Dirge's new, cleaner, more focused skill point allocation. Next up, we are going to rest Raccoona and go ahead and reallocate her skill points. Okay, so here's how I've changed up Raccoona. Still got lots of points in Defender. Didn't quite max it out. But Defender is just incredibly useful, so that was obviously not optional. Maxed out all of her stat increases, so shield, defense, hit points. Well, not TP. And then I guess the main difference is I'm actually putting a lot of points into the Fire, Ice, and Volt walls. I got all of them to the point where they completely negate the given element. Now this has made them very expensive, so I'm going to want to continue putting points into them to bring their costs down. But I'm pretty sure that we're going to be fighting some optional super bosses that we're going to want to have maximal elemental defense against. So I think that putting a lot of points into these is going to be important. But now that they cost a fortune because they completely negate the element, I'm really going to need to continue putting points in them to bring the cost down, because now they're very expensive. Alright, now the main difference with Simon is I've put very little into attack up because I've decided to make him more specialized, rely on other characters more for dealing damage, which has allowed me to put more points into his various healing skills. So I have Cure, Heal, and Salve all at level 9, which is as powerful as each of them can get without getting a gigantic increase in how expensive they are. Likewise, I got Unbind to level 6, which has it remove up to 2 binds on an entire line for 10 TP, which is great. I got Refresh up to level 9, which for a cost of 10 TP removes all of the ailments on a line of allies. If I were to bring it to the next level, it would apparently cost 35 TP, which is utterly insane and ridiculous, and I'm not going to do that. It says target all enemies, but I'm pretty sure it means target all allies. Heal likewise at level 9. And I went ahead and put a point into Immunize, which has raised the party's elemental defense for 3 turns. I might end up putting more points into that, just so that I have an alternative for reducing the amount of damage that I take from elements besides having to rely entirely on Raccuna's elemental walls. And then the other... Oh yeah, and I also maxed out TP up, focus, and hit point. Oh, I forgot to put points into his hit points. That's probably really bad. I think I'm going to have to redo this. Well, that's why we save, right? So that we can reload if we make some mistakes. Now, as it turns out, I'm still not putting anything into Simon's HP up, because, at least not yet, even though that does mean that I'm not going to have immediate access to these debuffs. I wasn't really using them that much anyway. But what I did is I manufactured a Grimoire Stone that has hit point up 4, which I've equipped on him. Obviously, it's not nearly as good as hit point up 10, but it's better than nothing. And it, it covers for not having any points in it. And another thing I decided to do a little differently since I redid this is I put more points into Immunize so that I can lean more heavily on this, and again, not have to rely quite as heavily on Raccoona using expensive elemental defense abilities, which we might also need, but this will be a good alternative option. And I didn't put as many points into focus or attack up as I had previously, but I am going to be putting points back into this as we gain levels once we lift the level cap. Probably get Immunize at least up to 9. and at least take a single level in hit point up so that I can get access to these again. Those are going to be the near-term priorities. Okay, and as long as I'm redoing things, I made some changes to the changes that I made to Raccoona. I didn't put as many points, nearly as many points, into these elemental wall defenses, since I'm going to be leaning more heavily on Simon's Immunize for that. And what I did instead is I put enough points into Fortify and Aegis to unlock On Guard. Now I'm out of points, so I can't put any points into this yet, but that's going to be a priority, because this is just a passive that will cause her to sometimes just guard allies or herself, I think, to reduce the damage that they take just for free. And that sounds really useful. So we're going to be putting some points into that for sure. She still has some points in Cure and Party Cure for some backup healing as well, and a single point in Safe Passage. And aside from points in On Guard, I am also going to be increasing these as well. But I didn't put as many points into them initially. So that leaves 2 more characters left to do. Man, this is a big to-do. So there's Arthur, but do I even want to make any changes to Arthur? I'm not sure that I do, to be honest. I might just leave him as he is, which means I'm not going to rest him at all. And, he'll just have to stay level capped and not gaining any experience for the time being. Now, do I want to make any changes to Ricky? I think I might. Because the one thing she really lacks is the ability to do good Nova or burst damage when we're fighting enemy bosses. And one way that we could gain that, albeit a very expensive way, would be to put more points into Action Boost plus Ricochet as a combo. Now that is going to entail taking some points out of some of these other skills, which is a shame because I kind of like all the ones she has, but I think it could be worth it. So yeah, I think we're going to look into doing that. Okay, so here's how I changed Ricky. I do not have as many points in her head and arm snipe abilities now, which means that their success rate will be lower, but honestly their success rate was always kind of low anyway. I will be putting points back into these as time permits, but what not putting as many points into those, or into High Caliber has done, I still maxed out Double Strike, and of course her passives, or I mean her stat boosts, Gun Mastery and Attack Up. And I got hit point up to 5, which is what I had it at before. But what reallocating the skill points like this has allowed me to do is get Ricochet and Action Boost up to level 9 each. And level 9, Action Boost only costs 2 points and will allow you to act 2 to 3 times. And what Ricochet does is, I put it at level 9, it costs 25, but it hits, I think, 3 to 4 times. So between Action Boost and Ricochet, we're looking at hitting 6 to 8 times in a turn, which is pretty crazy. It's a pretty huge number of hits. So this should give her some really good damage Nova capability that she was lacking before. And when her TP starts running real low, then Double Strike is maxed out, so she can still get, get 2 hits per turn sometimes without costing anything. And she can also Vulcan Stance for a mere cost of 6. So she can do this combo for a few turns, the Action Boost plus Ricochet for huge damage. And then once her TP starts getting low, just do Vulcan Stance and rely on Double Strikes. So I am, like I said, going to be putting more points back into the snipes to make them better. And then at some point, I will actually max out Action Boost and Ricochet for even more insane attack potential, but at that point it will be very, very expensive. So hopefully by that point she'll have the TP to cope with it. Now, one thing that happened as a result of me changing Simon's Grimoire Stone to have some hit point up on it is I did not have a spare Sword and Axe Grimoire Stone to give him, so he doesn't have Sword and Axe capability anymore. But I did combine it with a Grimoire Stone with Katana capability on it. So I guess I'm going to be throwing away his axe and looking for a nice Katana to buy for him instead. And I guess maybe I'll see if I can synthesize a Grimoire Stone to give Ricky TP up. It wasn't that important for her before, but if I'm going to want to try to support this Action Boost Ricochet combo, I'm going to need to try to maximize her TP. So I'll see if I have the Grimoire Stones to make that happen. So there's the Ame no Habakiri, which is insanely powerful. It's also insanely expensive, so we can't afford that yet. I'm going to have to try to sell some stuff just to scrape together enough to buy the fairly weaker but still respectable Kotsujiki to equip on Simon. But yeah, we're going to have to figure out what we can sell to get that, because I already sold his axe, and that didn't even really get me that much. Okay, so what I did until I get the money to buy Simon a weapon with proper attack power is I just got him the Kotegiri, which is one of those gimmick weapons that has garbage damage, but it has a chance of binding arms with every hit, because it only costs 100. So I went ahead and got him that. And as long as he's going to be doing garbage damage, at least he has a chance of binding enemy arms when he hits them. I also realized I'm not even going to need to worry about Grimoire Stones to take care of Ricky's newfound TP problems, because I can just buy her a moss ring. Now, I'm going to need money for that as well, but that's going to get me TP plus 100 once I'm able to get the money for it. I wish that I had not sold my other moss brooch. I wish I had hung on to that. That was pretty stupid. In fact, another thing I could do is hunt down that little world sprout that I need to get a moss brooch, and maybe consider getting her that instead, because I think that might actually be better than the moss ring. Because that gives hit points, TP, and luck, which I think is going to be better than just the extra TP, although it's debatable. Anyway, I'm going to go farm some money off screen to get better equipment for my guys, and then hopefully we'll be ready to actually resume exploration of the 6th stratum after what has been for me a ridiculously long time resting and reconfiguring my party. Alright, so I successfully got a world sprout to appear, and it dropped, I forget whatever the item is that we'll need to make another moss brooch for Ricky. And now I'm just grinding some of the foes on the 5th stratum to get item drops that are worth a good amount of money, so that we'll be able to get enough money to afford some better equipment. Although I'm kind of liking that arm binding katana that I have on Simon, because he is binding enemy arms left and right, and it's kind of awesome. But I decided to go ahead and show this fight as I experiment with a little bit of my re-tinkered party. So let's go ahead and try Ricky's action boost. And right now, Dirge's much longer delayed delay charge is currently counting down. Okay, I did put Defender up. I think I'd better guard the back this time. Do a salve. Alright, let's see just how powerful an action-boosted Ricochet is. It better be pretty darn powerful, because this is going to be expensive. Alright. Okay, that was good. That was worth it. Suddenly, Ricky knows how to do a Nova, how to do burst damage. I like it a lot. So can I prematurely activate this? Do I have to wait for the full countdown, or can I do it now? Let's find out. Well, hard to tell because the cross charge killed it anyway. Whew, that is a long delay before it activates. I hope it's worth it. I assume it's worth it, or why would it even be an option? But, well, if it turns out that that was a terrible idea, I can always rest him again and reallocate his skill points again. Would kind of suck to lose 4 levels, but, you know, it's an option. Okay, so I just completed another fight and confirmed that, yes, I can activate it prematurely. So it's just the longer I let it build up, the higher the damage. But if I want to just activate it sooner, I can. So that's fantastic. That's a great discovery. That makes it worth maxing both of those skills out. Which I haven't yet. They're both at level 9, but now I'll know that maxing them out is worth it. Oh, here's another nice demonstration as I fight one of these guys. I'm going to go ahead and use Simon's new line curing refresh to get this blind off of all of us at once. That's going to be pretty sweet. Also, I just realized this guy attacked me off of a chop point, so there's, you know, a tiny chance I could get an egg off of it and finally complete that quest. Also, I just had Ricky action boost, so let's do a boosted Ricochet now. Oh, that's so good. Alright, and the whole line gets its blind taken off all at once. I am loving my changed party configuration. I think this was a great solution to being level capped, redistributing our skill points in a better way. Alright, let's go ahead and activate this, and oh, I almost feel sorry for this thing. It's about to get so wrecked. It didn't even... couldn't even withstand both of them. Oh, alright, well, I guess good timing on being done with this. Okay, we don't need this stuff. This stuff's crap. That I got while I was farming for the World Sprout. Give me an egg. God damn you. Okay, fine. I'll drop some more garbage that I accumulated. I think the Star Seed is... no, that's dropped by a Cannon Palm. Sprout Leaf, that's what's dropped by the World Sprout. Alright, so... discard all of them. There. Give me an egg.
Let's see here.
What about this one?
This is the worst quest in the history of quests. Okay, well anyway. I think that's good enough. I'm not even gonna guess, Simon, a new katana yet. Because I actually really like the arm binding katana, because his damage is kind of crap anyway. So it's not like I'm really losing that much by not having a high damage weapon on him. He's actually maybe more useful to me having a chance at sealing enemy arms every time he attacks. Once I naturally have enough money to afford him the best katana we've unlocked, then I'll get it. But I'm not going to farm for money to do that ahead of time.
Hello?
Hello.
What you got for me?
All this.
Thanks.
Okay, so now
Aim for?
I can buy for Ricky a moss brooch. Where'd it go? Where the heck is it? There it is. TP plus 60, hit points plus 60, luck plus 10. I think that is overall going to be better than TP plus 100, agility plus 5, tech plus 5. Just because it gives her hit points, which she's also lacking. And that luck plus 10 is huge because it will proc her her critical damage more often. And even though I haven't maxed that out in this build, her critical damage is still boosted, and I can continue boosting it as she levels up and gains more skill points once we lift the level cap. So I think that that's going to be the better play. Ooh, that does kill her defense to a brutal degree. I wonder if it's better to replace the General Glove. I think it might be. It reduces her attack a bit, but not too bad. Yeah, let's replace the General Glove.
There you go.
There we go. Okay, nice. And now,
Thanks for the business.
thank you for bearing with me as I reconfigured the heck out of my party as my solution to the level cap problem. I think that worked out really well. I'm quite pleased. And now finally, I was about to say we can resume exploration of the 6th stratum, but you know what I think might be even more fun? I suspect we might be able to take the Wyvern now. I'm not positive, but I think it would be worth a shot. So you know what? I'm going to join you for another shot at Mr. Optional, or I guess Mrs. Optional Super Boss here. Oh boy, what is it now, Rosa? Uh-huh. Do tell.
Won't you consider this?
Rosa continuing to play me like a fiddle. Yes. Well, that's...
You.
Oh, what's up, Kupala?
A gift for thee.
I'll never get over that. Well, thank you. All I came here for, though, was,
My strength is thine.
oh my gosh, Rosa. Rosa. Fine. Just get me Akina... How do you pronounce this? Akina soup? I don't even begin to know.
Yes, at once.
Oh, that's a great effect, all right.
Art
Although,
thou satisfied?
not so great when we're skirting the level cap, but you know.
Fare thee well.
Okay, so let's go fight the Wyvern and see how it goes. Alright, Wyvern, you and me, let's go.
If we beat this one,
You know, I don't think I'm the good guy here. I'm totally invading this thing's territory and attacking it unprovoked after stealing one of its eggs. As far as I know, it's just leaving everybody alone. I really don't think we're the good guys in this situation. But whatever, it's an optional super boss. Of course we're going to fight it. Ooh, Immunize. Probably going to want to do that after Frailty Curse. Do I have any idea what it's weak to? No. I wonder if it's going to open the battle with its lightning. It may. Maybe I should do Volt Wall. Well, let's just try Ice and see if that's... Actually, let's try Fire and see if that's powerful.
I'll protect you all.
This one's from me.
How about this?
Better not dodge.
345. Oh good, I activated my counterattack. Cool. Better heal Dirge. 345, not very strong.
Sorry.
Good.
Are you ready?
Better not dodge.
Okay, Ice is way better. Let's see, we've got Defender up. Maybe Front Guard. Geez, better heal yourself. Alright, Ricky, you know what to do.
Come at me.
I won't miss.
Alright, that was powerful. Simon keeps getting real beat up. That said, this is going reasonably well, I think. Better Renew Forest Breach, I think. I wish I could get a chance to use Immunize. Okay, this may be a chance. Simon isn't too messed up. Okay, sadly Frailty Curse is not active, but even so, this should be devastating. Defender is still on for a while, so go ahead and do your backup healer thing. And heal us so that Simon can toss an Immunize on us. I think that'll be useful. Ricky, prepare for another devastating attack.
A little insurance.
Good.
Isn't good.
Here goes.
Alright,
Let
what
me heal you.
what has been bound? Alright, this fight's going okay. Guess he'd probably better cure us again while... What is bound on us? Feet. That's not that big a deal, really. I think it reduces our evasion and our speed. But I can live with that, in all honesty. So maybe instead, what I'll have Raccoona do is... Nope, change my mind. I will have her cure, while I have Simon put the Frailty Curse back on this thing. Arthur continues being kind of a one-trick pony, while... Alright. Show it what you got, Ricky.
I'll
Oh, that was brutal.
I won't miss.
Alright, well, once I max out Action Boost and Ricochet, that's going to become even stronger than it already is. It's already pretty good, but we can make it better than it is. And now that Ricky doesn't have as much TP trouble, I think it'll be worth it for sure. Alright, this time,
Here goes.
do a boosted Forest Breach. Gotta keep its attack power lower.
Here goes.
Come on. Uh-oh, don't die, Dirge. Phew,
You'll be fine.
good. Okay, excellent, excellent. Well, we have it almost down to half hit points. Immunize is good for another 2 turns. Not much for Raccoona to do, really. I guess she can front guard. Well, Simon salves. Alright, and I just renewed the Forest Breach, so get ready for another round of super attacks, Ricky.
How about this? You'll be fine.
Continues to go smoothly enough. Tell you what, do
Here goes.
a boosted Party Cure so that Simon can renew Immunize. Alright, sure.
This one's mine.
Boosted Ice seems like a good idea. And Ricky, let it have it.
Go get it. I won't miss.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Go.
Okay, wow, this is going well.
Ah!
Too bad Frailty Curse just wore off, but still. Defender's up, Immunize is up. Wow, we're looking great. You've got TP to spare. Just play on the safe side. Give us the Volt Wall. Renew the Frailty Curse. Blast it. Renew the Forest Breach.
Just doing my job.
Great damage. 3,000 points. Whirlwind is not a big deal.
I won't miss.
Oh, this is going so
Let's keep an
well.
eye on our health.
Defender and Immunize both still have plenty of time. Jeez, sure, Party Cure, why not? What is there for Simon to even do? I guess he could just whack it and try to bind its arms. That's an option. Could unbind us, why not? Alright, I just renewed Forest Breach, so time for another... Oh, if her legs... Okay, okay. She can't do Action Boost if her legs are bound. Fine, unbind the back line then. How irritating. Just shoot it then.
Better not dodge.
Let me heal you.
Okay, our defenses are good. Raccoona, go ahead and guard the front line. Simon, I think it's time for a salve. In fact, do a boosted salve. Just be absolutely sure to get us back to full. Arthur, you just keep on doing the thing you always do. And now, action boost in preparation.
Ow! How about this?
Nice. Okay, might as well renew Defender. Put a Sapping Curse on it. Because Ricky's going to be occupied doing other things this turn.
Oh, can you?
Oh, shit.
Wow!
Well done, guys.
We got it!
I got me a Grimoire Stone.
Nice!
What's this thing?
I feel like a huge jerk. It was just minding its own business, but nice. Nice nonetheless. Alright. Well, did that do anything for us? Shut up, phone. Well, obviously it got us some experience in an item. I wonder if it did anything else.
I guess there's no way around it.
For example, might we have unlocked a quest?
Hey there. Sorry, kiddos.
Answer no.
But I'm fresh out. Come again, kiddos. Hello? What you got for me?
What can we buy from its tough wing?
Thanks. I got some new goods. Go on. Take a look.
Wyvern mail and a blind
Is
mask.
that all you came for?
How is wyvern mail? Not that great. All resist up isn't bad, but still. Oh, 100,000. The game seems to think it's quite good, but that is just way lower defense. I mean, don't get me wrong, all resist is good. So we can consider it. Especially on Raccoona, whose defense is so insane that lowering it a little bit to get that all resist wouldn't be the end of the world. And what was that accessory we got? A blind mask? Okay, blind resist way up. But I already have an item that gives blind resist way up, so we certainly don't need that.
Thanks for the business.
Alright, well, you know what? I think after that achievement, we're going to call it an episode there. I mean, that was basically just reconfiguring our party and then fighting the wyverns, so I do apologize if that was a little disappointing. I'm glad to finally have my party all configured the way I want and to have kind of at least temporarily solved the level cap problem. And honestly, defeating the wyvern was a major accomplishment, at least I feel like it was. And then next episode, there's obviously nothing stopping us from just resuming exploration of the 6th stratum, so we'll do it for sure next time. I'll see you then.